In a couple of days, there's an 80s and 90s car event that I really want to bring the 850i to. So I have like a couple of nights after work to try to get things done. Last episode, we removed old windows, ruined rubber seals, and aluminum trim. So in this episode, we're gonna put in new windows after we take the tint off, new rubber seals back into the painted aluminum trim, and then I've got basically all of the interior to put back into the car. So I should get to work. This is AutoVice. Let's see if we can detint the windows easily. I think because the tint is so old, the residue or the like adhesive is just gonna come right off. So let's see what happens. That's our clean piece of glass. That's one. We still have to do another one, of course. There's definitely still the tiniest bit of residue as well. I can feel it. But this will have to do. Okay, we're going to let the window sit with the Goo Gone on it. In the meantime, let's go ahead and focus on getting some of the driver side stuff sorted out because that's the passenger side. And yeah, we can get moving on that. Cool. First things first, I do want to try to spend a little bit of time on the door cards. So we're going to start with the driver side, and the plan is just to use this. So I figure with the silicone, if I ever need to get the pop clips out, they can be dug out. We're not going to use a ton, just enough to kind of stabilize, but I think this will work. And remember, well, no one else but me and whoever else watches the video is going to know, as long as the door feels solid and the pop clips stay in, I am happy. And I don't think this will be an issue later down the road. So, we've got driver side door here. Got my bag of pop clips, which I've linked in a previous video. So I'm only gonna add this where it makes sense. I'm not gonna do it to all of them, but there are a couple that are like so busted. Like this one, for example, if you can see it, I mean, there's like nothing to hold it in. And we're gonna do a little bit on this one as well because this part of the door panel is very unhappy. Just gonna lay a little bead in here, not a ton. And then we get the pop clip in, make sure that seats. So one other thing that we need to fix would be this. So this is the vent. Heating and air goes into, I don't want to lift it up, but it goes in here. And this vent, you can see, it used to have some adhesive up here and it just really doesn't stick at all anymore. I might just lay a little bead of silicone. That'll probably be fine. Oh, let's just do that. A little bead can't hurt, right? while the silicone on the door dries, we are going to get the trim back in for the driver's side. The seal back into the trim. And then I think we're gonna pop the window in itself, and that should be that. So let's do that. Okay, so I'm just currently trying to get in one bolt on each side, being really careful to not scratch the window itself. So that's the entire reason we replaced it. If you are actually doing this yourself, that horizontal rail, this is the bottom one, bottom bolt. The bottom bolt is longer than the top bolt. So you need to go through this slider, this kind of brass color looking guy, through the horizontal rail and into the window. Same for the bottom. So there's the horizontal rail. So I'm through that, I'm through the slider and into the window. Okay, super easy. Oh my gosh, I think that took me like 30 minutes and it should have taken 5. Okay, this part should be fun and not a nightmare like the window was. Interior trim is going to go in first. All right, interior trim is in. Now to put our outer seal into the aluminum trim that's newly painted. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, so that's new trim, new outer seal. Sorry, old trim, new outer seal. Yeah. This is what we did. Right? So painted, looks great. Obviously you need to wipe it down. But this seal here, brand new, not cheap, but it looks good. So next what I want to do is get the rear together. And I think I'm going to try to adjust this window out, which just looks like a little Allen key, so I'm not going to bore you with that. So I'll check in a minute. Nice and sealed. Let's roll up the window and verify. Look at that. This is messed up, but nothing we can do about it. Cool. So new trim, well, not new trim, painted trim, and new seals. Okay, so I'm gonna put the rear rear panel back in. It's not really a door. And then the other rear seat, front door panel, and I think that's everything. I think that means we can actually take it for a little drive tomorrow. That would be cool. All right. Yep, I'm just gonna get to work. our first aid kit. Kraftwagen Verbenkasten B. I'm sure I said all of that perfectly. Okay, the rear of the car is in now. Whew. Yep. So now just the door panel and we're all done for tonight. Oh. Okay, that is front windows. As you can see, they are absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, learned a lot. So, if you are actually here to learn some stuff about working on this car, a couple things. When you're putting the new seals into the aluminum trim, use some like detailing spray or something. You could even probably just use like Windex, something that'll evaporate, but kind of lube those up. Otherwise, they're not going to get in. Also be very mindful of how you line them up. So let me show you really quick. I mean, I'm not going to hide my mistakes here. So on the driver's side, this seal needed to be a little bit further back. And I didn't realize that until it was already in. Once it's in, well, the only way to get it out is to ruin it. I wasn't interested in that. But if you look here on the passenger side, I obviously learned a lot in the process, and you can see I got these two seals in the exact right spot. So just be mindful of that. Before you pop these in, know what you're doing, unlike me. I think that's pretty much it. So next on the agenda, I probably need to pull the seal off of the sunroof. It's pretty new, but there's a corner that's sunken in, and then I think it's watertight. We have lots of other things to do, brakes, suspension. I still need to verify that the hydro boost is working and that there's not a leak, because there definitely was a leak and now it's not leaking and I don't know why. So yeah, lots of interior trim pieces coming apart, but the goal is to get this drivable very soon. So with that, don't forget to like, subscribe, and let us know what you think in the comments. Till next time.